Could Donald Trump spend the next 4 years in prison instead of in the White House? Let's find out. Welcome back into the channel, everybody. Thanks for being here. And as you know, last night, Thursday, May 30th, 2024, former president and provincial president. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And as you know, last night, Thursday, May 30th, 2024, former President Donald Trump, and could be our next president, Donald Trump, was convicted, found guilty on 34 charges, felony charges in relation to his New York City criminal trial for paying hush money to porn star Stormy Daniels to keep their relationships, we'll say, secret. And this was basically charges that they can't even explain what he's being charged with, because paying somebody hush money is not actually illegal in the format of it. There are things you can do like misappropriating funds and doing other things where it could become illegal. But technically on its own, if I tell you a secret and I say, hey, I know you wear black t-shirts, and then you come to me and go, hey, I'm going to tell the whole world. And I go, whoa, no, I'll give you $1,000 not to tell the whole world I wear black t-shirts. There's nothing illegal about that. And it goes to say, without saying, that this has all been a trumped up, no pun intended, trumped up set of charges that at best, maybe some slaps on the wrist or some misdemeanor fines or something, court appearance. These are not felony charges. It is a disgusting use of our political and justice system to attack a political opponent that is beating you heavily. Joe Biden is losing this election, and I don't know if they realize it, but this isn't going to help their cause. I've been reading Twitter and social media all day long, and everyone has just been posting nonstop. This makes me want to vote for Trump more now that they've done this, including a lot of independents, Green Party people outside of the box, mainly because they said this is clear that they're using our DOJ to attack a political opponent. And they're rushed the trial. They're rushing the sentencing. It's July 11th. He could be sentenced to 146 years in jail. More likely, it is a 4-year charge. So each charge, each guilty is 4 years, but they would run concurrently versus consecutively, which means they'd run at the same time versus one after another after another. That doesn't generally happen, especially for a first-time conviction. Somebody who's not likely to repeat offend, things of that nature. 4 years would probably be the term. They may, work it into a year or 2 years. In reality, this shouldn't amount to anything. But we know the Democrats, we know this judge has super heavily been corrupt from the beginning, the gag order. He's going to give Trump jail time. There's no two ways about it, whether it's 6 months, a year, 2 years. They're going to try to put Donald Trump in jail. So my question is this. If I'm Donald Trump, and I show up to my sentencing, and I get sentenced to a year in jail or 2 years in jail, and they say you have a week to turn yourself in, 2 weeks to turn yourself in. I have lifetime Secret Service protection. I am going to go to Mar-a-Lago, back here in my home state of Florida. I'm going to come to Mar-a-Lago, where I live, and I'm going to sit my butt down in Mar-a-Lago, and I'm going to say, hey, New York, you want to put me in jail? Come and get me. I'll see you after the election. What are they going to do? Is New York City going to send agents, FBI agents, to kick the door down of Mar-a-Lago that's being protected by Secret Service agents around the clock? Folks, I'm scared of where this is going to go, and I'm scared of how this is going to play out for 2 reasons. One, is there going to be civil war? Is there going to be civil unrest? Is there going to be riots breaking out? Are people going to stand there to protect Trump? Are people going to go and stand in the street and form a line to block the police or the FBI from getting to him? What's going to happen? Second, nobody does anything. Second scenario, nobody does anything. Trump surrenders. He goes to jail. Miscarriage of justice, for one. And this is not coming from a Trump supporter or a Biden supporter or any other supporter. I think all of our politics are garbage. I think they're all trash. I think we need a whole new reset on politics. But I'm just letting you guys know, if they do nothing, if nothing happens and Trump surrenders and he goes to jail and he wins an election, win, lose, or draws an election from jail, can you fathom, imagine this? The whole world is laughing at us. Let's just put it that way. The whole world is watching. Used to be a huge political thing back in the day. The whole world is watching. The whole world is watching. That was way back, long before my time. But can you imagine the whole world is watching? The whole world is laughing at us. They are laughing that we are putting a former president who's accused of what? Having an affair or paying off somebody for not talking about an alleged affair in jail during an election cycle just for, what are we, June, July, August, September, October, 5 months and change away from an election. It's pretty embarrassing, guys. It's pretty scary. And if they're willing to do this to a former sitting president who may be the next president, imagine what they would do to you or I. We're not in their way politically. We don't have the power to take them out or take them down. But, Donald Trump clearly does. And I think I'll circle back on all this as I end the video because I want to end it here. I think this all comes down to if or when Donald Trump becomes president again, he will wholly, solely go after the Biden family. And I believe when you're a guilty person, you do everything to protect yourself in the reverse of what somebody coming after you would do. So the Bidens right now, if they're guilty of all the crimes and the things that people say they are trying to flip the script towards Trump to stop him from exposing them. And they're terrified that if he gets into office again, they will be the ones on the opposite side of this card. So I leave you with this sort of rhetorical question, sort of not. When is enough enough? When does the real world wake up? People with common sense, be them Republicans or libertarians or independents or Green parties, and say enough is enough. This is a joke. We're going to get back to being a respectable country with respectable leaders and respectable politicians who do respectable jobs for everyday Americans like me, like you, and like everybody else watching. That's my question. When is enough enough? It's rhetorical, but feel free to answer in the comments. When is enough enough? Do you think people are going to stand up and say, we've had it, we're done with this horse and pony show, we're going to stand up for Donald Trump, we're not going to allow this to happen, and we're going to go back to being the best country in this world, if we ever were? I don't know. All right, as always, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see everyone next time.